One statement that literally became an anthem in Nigeria in 2024, 2025 is invest your money in dollars, invest your money in dollars. But the question is it worth it investing in dollars in this day and time? Because when we say investing in dollars, we have so many assets, we have so many instruments that one can invest in dollars. But the common one that is within reach of a common Nigeria is what we call the dollar mutual fund. The dollar mutual fund. And when we talk about also investing in the mutual fund in Nigeria, the common one within the reach of a common Nigeria is what we call the money market fund, money market mutual fund. I hope you understand. So that's why we want to compare the two in this video. Is it still worth it investing your money in dollar mutual fund, converting your Naira into dollars just to invest in dollar mutual funds? I'm not saying you should not invest your money in dollars. It is good as long as you know the kind of investment you are going into. But this is the comparison I want to make in this video. So let's go by this calculation. See, let's say for instance you have 16 million Naira. You now want to convert it to Naira. You now want to convert it to dollar, and dollar is currently going at the rate of 1,600 Naira to $1. So which means your 16 million Naira is now $10,000. $10,000. So, and dollar mutual funds on most of the investment platforms is usually between 6.5 to 7.5%. So let's go with 7%. So which means at the end of 1 year, your $10,000 will give you a return on investment of $700. $700 because it's coming at 7% per annum. I hope you understand. So which means by the time you now convert your ROI, your return on investment, back to Naira, what does that mean? What does that give you? It gives you 1,120,000 Naira per year. 1,120,000 Naira per year, because $700 multiplied by 1,600. Me using 1,600 Naira as our benchmark. Now that's 1,120,000 Naira per year. Now looking at it, by the time you divide 1,120,000 Naira by 12, it will give us 933,333 Naira per month. That is you converting your Naira into dollars to invest in dollar mutual funds. I'm not talking about US stocks, I'm not talking about ETFs, I'm not talking about REITs in foreign currency, in dollars. I'm talking about investments in dollars. Now, let's go to Naira mutual fund. So just like I said, the easiest one that's within the reach of an average Nigerian is money market fund. And currently it ranges between 19 to 22%, depending on the fund manager you are using. So 16 million Naira at 19.5%. So we want to use 19.5% for this video. So which means we have 3,120,000 Naira per year. That is the interest you are going to have. So the question is, which one is better? Look at the figures. Which one is better? By the time you divide this by 12, we have 260,000 per month. So you can see that it is not in your best interest just to take random investment advice online. You need to do your calculation as an investor. One thing you should know is your numbers. Be conversant with your numbers. Be able to press the calculator. Be able to go online and make use of calculators online in order to make sure that you are getting your numbers right. Because the reason why you are investing is for return on investment. So you can see the return on investment for these two investments now. 16 million Naira giving you a difference of 2 million Naira in return on investments. Can you see that? So please don't just take random advice. I'm not saying you should not invest in dollars, but I'm saying that dollar mutual fund at this point in time, because most people who came up with that statement at that point in time, that one of the best things you can do is to invest in dollars, they did not specify that this is what you should invest in. It's not bad investing in other currency. It's part of diversification. But you should know the kind of investment you are going into so that you can maximize your return. If it is stocks you are going into, no problem. If it is real estate you are going into, no problem. If it is ETFs you are going into, no problem. If it is index fund, maybe S&P 500, no problem. But for dollar mutual fund, because it is fixed, the question is it worth it? Absolutely not. Absolutely no. The best thing is to retain your money in Nigerian currency and invest in money mutual funds. Even though the interest rate also fluctuates, nevertheless, we have seen it being stable for a while because of the MPR that has been maintained by the CBN for a couple of months now. I hope you get my point. So don't just take random advice from people online. Press your calculator yourself. Be sure you are doing the right thing. I hope you understand. So if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we release any video. On this channel, we'll talk about finance, investments, and business. So we'll meet. If you are yet to watch this video on how to invest in shares and stocks, I recommend you watch it. So we'll meet in our next video. Stay blessed.